Hey guys, in this video I'm showing you some essential tools in Procreate. If you're just starting to use Procreate, this video will get you going very fast. So the first and most obvious tool is the brush tool. When you click on this icon, you'll see the library already selected. For example, right now I'm in the classic library, and I can choose the type of brush I want from this list. If you tap on this drop down and select back to libraries, you can choose from the other libraries you have. Let's select the Procreate library. You can make your own library by tapping the plus icon and selecting Create New Library. Just give it a name and press Apply. You can create your own brushes here or add brushes you download from other creators by choosing Import from File. After selecting the brush you want, you can adjust the size by moving this slider up and down, and change the opacity using the second slider. If you're drawing digitally, you're going to undo a lot, so Procreate has a very nice feature. Tap with 2 fingers to undo and 3 fingers to redo. The undo and redo buttons are also located here under the brush opacity. It's funny, I didn't even notice them until I started making this video. If you want to make your lines or shapes smooth, just hold your pen for a second and it will smooth them out or create shapes like a circle, triangle, or a square. If you tap with 1 finger while holding, the shape becomes more perfect. So instead of an oval, you'll get a proper circle, for instance. One of the most important aspects of any drawing is layers. If you've used other softwares like Photoshop, layers in Procreate are essentially the same. You can see your layers here and make a new one by pressing the plus sign. The N stands for normal blending mode. You can change it by tapping on it. Here you have a bunch of modes like multiply or darken, which darkens your colors based on the layer below. Most people use multiply for shadows. To change opacity, move this slider left or right. If you swipe left on a layer, you have the option to lock, delete, or duplicate it. If you tap on the layer, you'll get more options. We can rename it or use clipping mask to make whatever you draw only visible within the layer below. Let's start drawing a very simple flower. I make a new layer and sketch my flower first. Then I lower the opacity of the sketch layer, and on another layer, I do the line art. Here I'm using the studio pen from the classic library. When I'm done with the line art, I hide the sketch layer. Now let's just add some colors on another layer underneath the line art layer. I'm using the same brush to color. Now that the main colors are in, I add shadows, highlights, and other details. To do that, I make a layer on top and use a clipping mask. so my brush strokes only appear on the layer below. Change the mode to multiply, then just color the parts where you want shadows to be. I select the same colors by tapping and holding on the parts with the color I want. Of course, you can do all your shadows in one color based on how you want your drawing to look. When all shadows are done, I lower the opacity on the shadow layer until I'm satisfied with how it looks. Now to add some highlights, I make another layer and this time change the mode to screen. I lower the opacity of this layer as well. Now let's merge these layers together by pinching them, or you can group them. Swipe right to select layers and tap group. We can flatten or merge the group later. Let's group these for now and rename the group to flower. Another great option is setting a layer as a reference for coloring. Tap the line art layer and choose reference. On another layer, drag colors into the shapes to fill them. We can also choose continue filling to color more easily instead of dragging each time. If you want to transform a layer, select it and choose transform. We can use freeform, uniform, distort, or warp. Let's check them out one by one. When you resize in freeform mode, the width and height ratio can change freely. In uniform mode, the ratio of the width and height won't change. In distort mode, you can drag each point and the image will stretch accordingly. In warp mode, you can just warp your image however you like. In all modes, you also have the option to flip vertically, horizontally, or rotate it. Well, I decided to add some details like these stars to the drawing to showcase how to do your selections and cut or copy parts of the drawing. I merge all this by selecting the group and choosing the flatten option. Sometimes you'll need to cut or copy parts of a layer. So let's say we want to select this star and resize it. Choose the selection tool. Here you can choose how you want to select. With automatic, you can easily select parts of a drawing like this star. Now swipe down with 3 fingers and you're gonna see options to cut, copy, or duplicate. Let's cut and paste. If you check the layers, you'll see your selection on a new layer, which you can resize like before. Now let's select the main flower layer again, and this time use the freehand option to do the selection. Just draw around the parts you want to select. I draw around the flower and like before, swipe down with 3 fingers and add a copy of this flower. Resize it and flip it horizontally. Other selection options include freehand, rectangle, and ellipse. If you change the selection mode from add to remove, the selection reverses so areas outside your chosen section becomes selected. In this case, the stars will be selected although I drew around the flower. One of the cool options in Procreate is drawing in Symmetry. Go to Actions, Canvas, enable Drawing Assist, then select Edit Drawing Guide. Here you have options like grids, isometric guides, perspective, and symmetry. I use symmetry a lot for drawing patterns and it really helps. You'll see options like vertical, horizontal, quadrant, and radial. Radial is great for mandalas. Let's select vertical for now. If you check the layer, you'll see Assisted under its name. You can disable it anytime if you don't want to draw in symmetry anymore. Any new layer can also have Drawing Assist enabled. To play around with colors, go to the Layer Adjustments. Hue, saturation, brightness helps you change colors or create new palettes. You also have color balance, curves, and gradient maps. You can blur, add noise, or apply halftones here as well. Sometimes you may want to import an image as a reference or to use its color palettes. Go to Actions, Add, Insert a file or photo. Select the file you want and it will be added to a new layer. We can also add text from here. Double tap the text to edit font and other settings. Like any layer, you can recolor it as well. To change the color of text, select the layer and go to the colors to change the color. To save your artwork in different formats, go to Actions, Share, and choose your format. If you want a transparent PNG, don't forget to hide the background layer first. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on using Procreate as a beginner. Let me know in the comments what you think about Procreate and what it lacks in your opinion. Don't forget to like and subscribe and check out this video where I use Procreate to make a floral pattern. Bye for now.